Yeah, a slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And he's got some space here. T.J. Yeldon, 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. T.J. Yeldon, 77 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
To throw, Cousins to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic to those DBs, aren't you? On first down, it's score. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Detroit, Philly, here we go. Green, 3. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky, Detroit.
Second down, Cousins. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go. 3-19. Watch it now, Barney. Leopard.
Cousins. They go with a screen to Gore. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Here we go. Turn up.
On the counter, Gore. And he stopped immediately there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Time to step aside. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Cousins now on second down. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. That one good for first, 16, and the drive will continue.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what?
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. And Quan Bolden, 33 yards, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now McCoy. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Demarius Thomas, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Here's McCoy. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy in the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right, maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply, if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
penalty. It's Gore. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Detroit! Detroit! Let's go!
Now a second down throw for Cousins. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go now. Green 3.
Cousins on first down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Shedd. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Big Stephen Paya there to get him down to the ground. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The second half begins with a run by Yeldon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Watching that body.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
So a second down incompletion now brings up 3rd down.
Check girls. Here we go now. Blue line it. Blue line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Surveying the field. Going up top. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. It's the safety, Kirk Coleman, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game.
In my book, that's running the ball well but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Now Cousins. And the reception made over the middle. This is Bolden. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. This is Cobb with a catch right side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Green, 39!
2nd down, Cousins. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Frank Gore there. 3rd down here.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Throwing is Cousins. A bullet throw, but incomplete. That one intended for Anquan Bolden, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They begin with a run by Yeldon. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
McCoy. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Now McCoy, and incomplete, almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it, couldn't hang on.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Landry now on the return. What a spin. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at him, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
Give them 13 on the pickup there. And the Begals are going to have a first down.
All the elements of what you want out of a play came together on that one. A really nice run, took care of the football, and even more importantly, taking the clock under 4 minutes now. At this stage of the game, how do you bleed out the clock, take care of the ball, and make sure the other team doesn't have a chance to come back on you? You're looking at your sheet, how many timeouts are left, how many runs do we need to close it out? That's what the coach is looking at right now. Situational football, trying to gain a victory. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The tackle was made by Michael Bennett. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On third down, Cousins. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
Pass complete.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the fourth.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist. guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But listen, there may be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
He's got time. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Tahir Whitehead from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green,
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. Given 9 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. They'll look to throw here on first down. He gets it left side to Johnson. They'll get 23 yards there. And the Seahawks are going to have a first and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. Here's McCoy. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Past the 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Randall Cobb, 46 yards, and the Bengals add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25 Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
26 yards on the pickup there. And the Seahawks are going to have a first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now McCoy. He finds his man Johnson. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part one of the equation done. Now they need to convert and get that onside kick. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. 2nd and 5.
Detroit! Watch it now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And here's carry number 10 for Frank Gore. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers, and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football, you can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and that usually gives you an advantage in running it.
Gore back there is the lone setback. Cousins to throw. And this is caught. He hits Landry. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Philly.